enjoy your stay. You got a bit of Europe versus America. Bluey versus Red. Bluey getting a lot of attention right now in the chat. Looks like Bluey's the favorite here. Looks like Bluey's the favorite. We'll go ahead and start this one up. Blood Trail. Oh no, my emotes aren't working either for Blood Trail. Oh yeah, there's the red hype button. That could work. Who's that from? Who's the red hype button from? Also, as soon as I get into the game, I need to make the sound a little bit louder because that seems pretty quiet. Make it 420. And Red joining the blue team. Huge misplay. Gotta call him out at the start of this one. Oh no, what's going on? Well, it looks like the looks like the ping's too bad anyway. Blue's gonna want to reroll on the server. That's pretty funny though that Red joined the blue team and completely threw off Bluey. We'll try and find a better server on US East. But Red joining blue team, definitely a misplay. We'll see if he can get it right this time. Maybe he likes his blue car. Maybe he likes his blue car. Mamor1, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. We'll keep an eye on the ping right here. 112, Bluey might roll with this, but I'm not going to make him. Yeah, he says this is fine. He says sure. And he's got a yellow car. Bluey is on the red team. Red is on the blue team. What is going on? I thought if there was ever going to be a team for one of these guys, it would be the other way around than this. But Bluey's car does look pretty jamming on the yellow. He's even matched it up with the boost color, and his first offensive play is the cut and lift. He is going to outplay Red at the near post. He sees that Red does a last minute turn to shadowing. Did not want to go head on for the challenge. Magby, thanks for the 3 months by the way, appreciate that, and the spam. The cut and lift working out for Bluey. He's cutting into the ball, lifting it to the near post. And now he's just opted into a 50-50. Red does charge him this time. But good start for Bluey. He's in control of the boost, in control of the ball. Red does get a tie game though. That's going to be a long shot. 2 successful challenges in a row for Red, who I believe is on his second appearance on the stream today. He has played in the 1v4 alongside Chronobi Memory, JNaps, and Prem, and they all sabotage Prem, making sure that he would finish last out of everybody in that lobby. Bluey, however, he's been on the stream quite a few times. He's played 2s on stream. He's been playing 1v4s on stream. I think he also had a 1v1 against Skyline on stream, which he lost 2-1. So he's not had a successful record of 1v1s on stream. Giving away the possession to Red in front of his own net does concede the goal advantage. I never text you when I stream. How are you supposed to know that I'm live? I guess you could look at my YouTube notification, or you could look at my Twitter, because I do post that I'm live on both of those things. Finally got a stream. Love you, bro. That's bagging. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Red is turning this one around. In the past 30 seconds, he scored 3 goals. It's a pretty good record. And oh, so now we're gonna know, and next week we'll know who got the boost there. I'm pretty sure it was Red, but we can never be too sure. Can never be too sure till next week. It seems like Psyonix have heard our pleas. They're adding boost to spectator. I have seen Red play 1v1 against Scrub in a tournament. It was I think it was just a wager match actually, and my biggest criticism of his play, and I've not said this to him or anything, this is just my biggest criticism of his play from watching him play against Scrubkilla in a wager match. Easy resubs. Welcome back, Sins. 2 months, I appreciate that. But like I was saying, Red, very linear when he dribbles, so look out for that. He might kind of take away the angles for himself by going straight at the net. And here, he's kind of doing that one more time, just going straight at the net, but Bluey's in a really awkward position, so it will work out. And we've talked about that on stream before. Why do we not want to go straight at the opposition's net when we dribble? And it's usually just the opposition has less angles to cover. But Red's doing phenomenally well right now. It's far from over with the time remaining. Bluey's got a long way to come back and a bit of a wide line to the boost, taking away the chance for him to get back in time to save the top bins shot. F2 in RLCS qualifier thoughts. It was really fun to watch them play RLCS. It was. I watched John Sandman's video, or at least a little bit of it. Kia and Crow versus Athena and Rizzo. I kid you not, I actually messaged Kronovi today, and I said to him, who would win, you and Kia versus Athena and Rizzo, and he said it would be close. So there's a show match for the future, I'm sure. I'm very curious to see who would win that one. This is a great recovery by Bluey, by the way. Red got the bump onto Bluey, but Bluey managed to dodge mid-flight into the ball to keep it under his control, so props to him for that. Oh, and he gets the accidental second pop over Red. One day I'm going to have to stop calling that the accidental second pop when somebody does manage to consistently pull that out every time that they try, but I've never seen anybody pull it off with consistency. It usually looks like they're going for the throw and then they just dink it with the front wheels after they miss on the first flick. King QP, welcome to the stream, appreciate that. Twitch Prime sub, that is what I like to see. Hope you enjoy your stay, my man. How do you change the quality? There should be a button in the bottom right hand corner that should do that. Looks like a cog. A settings button, if you will. There we go, another failed flick. This time it's from Red, and Bluey way off in the challenge. He should be more than fine though, as Red doesn't have much boost, but a horrendous challenge by Bluey. Throws around his camera in frustration. Red had no boost here, but Bluey did not get goal side before backflipping through the ball. I have been critical of backflip challenges in the past. They do tend to be a little bit risky. And this one does not pay off for Bluey, and it looks like he's going to have to concede the boost advantage yet again, and a bump by Red, keeping the ball safe. The throws have definitely been lacking in this match. Nobody bringing out Fairy Peak level of throw capabilities to the table. What do you guys think of the new Boy Hello, by the way? I thought it was time to revamp Boy Hello because we hadn't been seeing much use of it with the resurgence of Boy 1, 2, 3, 4 and Boy A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I being so popular. What's my name on Twitter? JohnnyBoy_I. I'm JohnnyBoy_I on everything except YouTube because you can't put underscores in your YouTube name, so I'm JohnnyBoy91 on there. But I'm JohnnyBoy_I everywhere else. Although that just tends to be... oh, actually, I'm not on everywhere else. I do have a League of Legends account, which does not have an underscore as well, because you can't put underscores on League of Legends accounts either. What I think about Iris and their knockout, it's a shame. It really is a shame, because they deserve group stage, in my opinion. I think that there's been a lot of discussion about whether or not open bracket is a good system for RLCS, and I personally think it's outdated. Oh, how did Bluey not save this? He must have had just not enough boost. That was the problem though, right there. He misplayed by giving Red that shot in the first place. Oh yeah, just lacking a bit of boost it seems. A lot of new subs coming in, appreciate that guys. Ginger Ninja, Mallow 13, don't shoot me. Don't shoot. Don't shoot I'm Whitey, I'm gonna call you, and Danimals. All of you guys, welcome to the stream, I appreciate that sub train. Good pop by Bluey, he's staying in this. Although Red has had a 3-goal lead for most of the game, Bluey is staying in touch. Seems like he is much more grounded in the approach than Red. Going for the ball carries. And it's worth mentioning actually that these guys are both pretty close in the 1v1 rank leaderboard. With, I think, Bluey somewhere around 50th and Red somewhere between 60th and 70th. And good shot by Bluey. Gonna get bumped by Red, however, as he looks to tie the game in the long run. Not going to work out. 4 goals the difference yet again. I think Licino overreacted on his stream. I didn't really watch his stream, so I don't know. Oh, please continue my view on bracket format. I just think it's outdated. The reason that they used bracket format in Season 1 is because they weren't 100% sure that all of the teams had kind of found the pro scene. Because the pro scene for Rocket League was quite tight-knit, quite small community. And, well, compared to the full Rocket League player base. So just to make sure that there weren't secret amazing teams lurking in the shadows, they decided to use an open bracket format, which is fair because for the first large tournament sponsored by the actual game manufacturer Psyonix, you want to make sure that you get all the best teams. But not to the surprise of the pro scene, all of the teams that did qualify were well-known teams, and there were no surprise teams showing up for the group stages or indeed the LAN. It was usually like the worst teams that qualified were bubble teams, like, you know, ranks 11 to 16, that sort of region. In fact, Zentox, who recently qualified but are under dispute because one of their players is apparently Moroccan. I think that they're the lowest ranked team in the power rankings who have ever made RLCS group stage, and that was just because of another shock defeat of Penta at the hands of Red Eye. Penta just don't seem to show up in any of the qualification for RLCS that have ever happened.
Lands
so
fantastic matches and great commentary. Keep up the great work.
Hey, DasQC2, welcome back. I appreciate the kind words as well. 4 months is a long time to be supporting the stream, and I appreciate that. And Solo Standard as well. Thank you to the Solo Standard playlist for subbing. That is awesome to see. I'm just going to throw up a scoreboard here really quickly. Yeah. Yeah, best of 5. It is indeed a best of 5. Let me just really quickly get a scoreboard, and I think I've done it right this time. I don't think I accredited the wrong person with the goal lead. I did not. Somehow I've remembered. Oh dear. Actually, there we go. I've got something to snap it to now. That's what I like to see. Again, red in the blue team, blue in the red team, or the orange team, if you will, because we are not using colorblind mode. But yeah, I guess just to round off my thoughts on open bracket, now that we've seen 3 seasons of our LCS and no teams really showing up from absolutely out of nowhere and, you know, storming through the qualifier and beating well-known teams, I think it's safe to say that the scene is established enough to have invites or some other qualifying format, such as a point system. What that would exactly look like, I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, I think open bracket is a little bit outdated. I think that Iris getting knocked out is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back in that regard. That is probably going to force a change out of Psyonix and RLCS. That's just my prediction. I don't know what they're going to do. But, yeah, Iris definitely deserved group play in my opinion. Good shot from Red. He spotted the gap and he's managed to get it in with the power to take it past Bluey. Hey, how's it going, Lara? GG's the other day. They were very funny games. No, I don't think you failed, Lara. I think it's actually Better Touch TV emotes aren't working or something, because none of them are working in my chat from me. Open bracket is perfectly fine. I mean, it's not a disaster. It's not a disaster. It just, I'll explain. This is the horizon that that I look at it from. Why do we go from, let's say there's, I don't know, 10,000 teams in an open bracket? And sorry for not commentating on the game, because I have to get this thought out of my head. I just have to. Hope you guys understand that. But we go from 10,000 teams in an open bracket format down to 8 in 2 days. 2 days. Then going from 8 to 6 teams, 4 days. 4 days of group stage to go from 8 to 6 after cutting the field from 10,000 to 8 in 2 days. I don't know. It just seems a bit strange that you have you know, so many days for group stage only to kick out 2 teams. If they, assuming they use the same format as season 2, where you get 6 teams qualify for the playoffs.
Who are you? And why
Who am I?
subbed?
Who is Vince? Appreciate the resub, and Chief. Welcome back, dude. Bluey has been looking a little bit better this game. In control of possession for the most part. It does seem that Red is the more threatening when he does get that opening. He's been securing the open nets a little bit better than Bluey has. Will we see a Bluey air dribble? He does like to air dribble in other game modes, but
Think of the upcoming DLC.
Love it.
Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100.
Water Nation, I love the new patch as a whole.
Just
It's
wanted
looking
to
amazing.
thank you for the awesome content.
Dude!
Entertains me every single day.
So many kind
Keep up the
donations
good
today.
work.
I don't know what to say to you guys. It's really kind of you. I usually get trolled by now. It's usually at this point somebody will be like, "Hey, just want to thank you for the awesome content. Just kidding, you've got a massive nose and I hate you." But nah, everything today has just been so nice. You're all far too kind. I appreciate that. Far too kind. You are, all of you. Just collectively too kind. Like, yeah, too many kind donations. Bring in the memes. Where are the memes at? Where are the memes? It's usually memes all over the place, but not today. Everybody just being nice. I have been away for quite a while. Maybe that's why, because I've been away for, I think, 4 days. What on earth? Bluey, very aggressive maneuver. Coming up behind Red. That would have definitely caught Red off guard. I don't think he expected Bluey to come from behind in that position. But again, Red securing an open net. This time a little bit of help from Bluey. He comes clattering in the back of him. The pull shot, own goal from Bluey. Just thought we had to watch that one really quickly. Oh, 1 month glitched, Zaz. Unfortunate, dude.
This will be my 6th month.
There we go. A little
1
bit of
month glitched. Also
A little
my
bit of Moy in the
last.
end of this one.
I kitten to save money for beer and weed. But thank you for making amazing content.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude.
Baking. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And thanks to
No
the bit more
kidding.
spam coming back to the party. It's what we've come to expect here. What on earth is vaking? I don't know what that means. Ooh, Bluey flipping towards the wall there. That's something that I've been looking out for more in team games than in 1v1. If you jump away from the wall then dodge back towards it, you can clip the ball with your dodge and also land back on the wall, because usually one of the weaknesses of wall shots is that you go flying off the wall with the ball and your recovery time is pretty astronomical. But if you can flip back onto the wall and kind of hit the ball in your return to your wheels, then that's a much faster recovery time and you can still get the shot off. It's very technically advanced. I think that's what we just saw Bluey try to do.
Primarily a YouTube watcher here. Thanks for the great content. Keep
Hey,
it up,
Vike,
you big-nosed
Vike Terp.
bastard.
Vike Terp, appreciate that resub, 5 months. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube content, and I will definitely be looking to continue that. This time an open net miss from Red, one of the few that he has had this series. Blue also slightly off target, it seems, with his open net shots. It's more of a battle against themselves, these players trying to hit that open net. Something that we can very easily ignore at the highest level is just the ability to secure those open nets without committing an error, unforced. There's Bluey again to the crossbar. Low shot, should have been a goal right there. Should have been a goal, the upper 90 was beckoning. Bluey, I like the mind game attempt at the near post there.
Like a witty resub comment. The best resub comment. This is that.
This is that, Melters. Very witty. Thank you for the 3 months as well.
I can't wait to see Rumble Dropshot show matches.
Will there be Rumble Drop Shot? It would be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to Drop Shot. I think it's a really good version of volleyball by the looks of things. Good incorporation of volleyball to the Rocket League playlist.
I am far too kind to start spamming.
Oh, you are? Wow, I thought that was going to be like, I'm far too kind to start spamming, just kidding, and then spam. Okay, this time Red. A little bit of a creative open net finish. Good demolition, I should say, onto Bluey. Set that one up. It looks like the North American servers have been kind to their own homegrown talent Red here. Taking a 2-0 lead. We will be moving on to Europe to see if Bluey can fare any better on there. I really think that the blue team is what Bluey needs. Like, if you're going to call yourself Bluey and then you pick the orange team, that's never going to work out. It just isn't going to work out. Oh, here we go. Off the wall, to the ground. Easily predicted the bounce. Bluey will get one back, but it's a little bit too late. Just a little bit too late. How do I feel about my RLCS predictions? You don't think about NA being
Pick a
NA.
number between 1 and 100 and say it out loud. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guessed 67, I will donate another £10.
I wouldn't have said 67. I wouldn't have said it. I could have said 67 because I can see donation messages right there.
Johnny,
they're literally beside my screen.
Stream. It's one of the few things that makes me happy these days.
Oh, that's
Thank
I appreciate that, dude.
This is my genuine donation. Look out for my spam message shortly. Can we get a golden Moa and golden boomer?
Golden Mod, Golden Boomer, potentially. Like, that's something for the future, for sure. Red doing well here. 2-0 up against Bluey. We do move to Europe, and similarly to the rule that we had available for Bluey, getting the server reset if the ping is not as he wants it to be.
Your nose is very small and pretty, Johnny. I think you're nice and cool. I hope your life turns out good and not awful.
You guys are flooding me with notifications here.
Johnny J,
I don't know what to say.
John, Jan, Jim, Jin, Jill, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, enough trolls. Thanks for getting me into Rocket League.
Did I genuinely get you into Rocket League? That makes me happy. It does. It really does make me happy. Bluey is gonna take my advice. He's on the blue team. Will outfare him any better, and he does still match the alpha boost with his accent color on the hext. Important to notice these things, because although...
Thanks for providing me the best distraction during the work day. By the way,
You're welcome, dude.
I can't see the game. Your awesome is in the way.
My awesome is in the way. Dude, you mean my nose? My nose is in the way. Bluey misses on the flick. It's nearly bad enough that it sets up a second one. He just needs to calm down a little bit. The difference between these two guys so far has been Red's consistency. Red is just staying on the ball a little bit better than Bluey, and he's able to defend the net more often than Bluey is. And look, this is a perfect example. Bluey going a little bit too ham for this shot and setting up an open net for Red. Red is even going to slow roll this. I like that play because it's forcing Bluey to come back, get a little bit more tilted, perhaps. 1 minute into the game, Bluey concedes a goal because he goes a little bit too ham off the wall in a position where he might be scoring sometimes, but certainly not most of the time, in my opinion. Do I think his skill level players will get so high that the expanding variety of shots will be too much for another player's defense to handle? Probably not. It'll be a little bit of both. Like, as players get better at one shot, defenders start to see that shot more often, and defenders get better at defending against that shot. So I'm Red with a failed backflip challenge. We're not seeing much success with backflip challenges in high level 1v1 at the moment, including this show match. Bluey did pick up 12 boosts to the side right here, so he should be more than fine. But again, backflip challenge does not win the possession. Red is in control of the boost and the ball. Flicks continue to be ineffective from the slow approach, and Bluey barely nicks the ball away from his opponent. Again, Bluey from this position, usually going for the ground shot after the one touch, and this time it is successful. Takes it before the bounce. Lovely finish by Bluey. What is wrong with my chat? Nobody's spamming? I don't know. My chat is very unusual today. Bluey on the wrong side of the ball here. Going to try and doink it into an awkward position. I will try to catch up with all the Mason RL90. Appreciate the host, dude. I was gonna say I'll try and catch up with all the notifications after the game, but I'll give that one a shout out right now. Mason, how's it going, man? Hope you had a good stream. Bluey looking a little bit better on the European servers. He doesn't consider himself a good ones player, but for the most part he has been playing pretty solid. Just a couple of times he's overextending into positions that might work in team game modes, but certainly not in 1v1, and a little bit of greed for the boost is going to give Red one goal back. My thoughts on the drop shot game mode. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Let me just scroll down to where I stopped doing shoutouts because there were too many. Oh my goodness.
For hours of entertainment and superb RL Butterfly, many thanks.
Butterfly.
Mate.
I wonder what it's censored for that one.
For F3. Congrats, man. Their passing and shot accuracy is superb right now.
Yeah, they're looking good.
See more from them
looking
and
good.
From you this year.
Same. I'm looking forward to it. This year should be a good one for Rocket League, and hopefully for myself as well, and for the Flipside boys. Certainly hope so. I think I've scrolled down to the right place. We had Das QC, and N Chief 87, and Water Nation. Yeah. And Mapossum. Okay, we're back to where we were. Zaz. Alright. Perfect. Okay. I've left my Twitch alerts for now. Sorry about that. I do not want to neglect anyone who has been supporting the stream today, because I do appreciate that, and I will continue to thank everybody individually until the end of time. I really will. So I've got my Twitch alerts paused in the right place so that I don't forget anybody. And now back to the game, which is looking like it might be a little bit of a close series now.
You are amazing. Thank you for always producing great commentary and making.
Oh, Bluey!
You really brighten up my days with your streams and YouTube videos.
Oh, that's far too kind of you again, my friend.
I don't have much money, but here's a little for making my life a little better.
I don't know how much people are donating, how many months people are resubbing for right now. I've paused my Twitch alerts. I'm gonna catch up after, and it looks like Red is gonna catch up right now. Bluey's goal lead is gone, and he's only got himself to blame. Weak challenge this time. Last time he did the half flip to get back into position, but he could not get the shot out of the net, and it was just destined. £100 donation. I'll check after, but either way, whatever it is, I do appreciate it. You guys are far too kind. For real, you are. Will Bluey be able to win this game though? He really needs to get at least one game back to make himself feel like he has, he's performed at least a little bit well in this show match. It started off pretty poorly, and what a shot off the ceiling. Red is going to be really awkward for this one, and he's going to let it in. He's going to want to save himself. What on earth is going on? Red must have just been completely caught off guard by this shot from Bluey. Looks like he dodged, or he double jumped by mistake. He meant to dodge $1 million. Oh, you guys are such trolls. Yeah, it certainly looks like Red meant to dodge in that situation, and he just double jumped by accident. But Bluey just scored a Jazer shot in a ranked 1v1, or not a ranked 1v1, in a 1v1 show match, I should say. And will that be the thing that can turn around this show match in his favor? Red has been more solid in the contests. Whenever the cars collide, Red is coming out on top. Very good 50-50 to him. Hook shot by Bluey. Wide of the target. Red doing a loop around to get that boost, and Bluey's off the wall again. With only one goal in the lead, I don't want to see too many overcommits from Bluey. He just needs to continue to stay grounded. We know that he's got a good ground game. He has a pretty solid ground game. And a lot of the guys who, you know, do crazy air dribbles and off the wall plays in 3s and 2s, they actually have a solid ground game, but it's something that they hide in their 1v1 repertoire. And they don't bring it out too often in 3s. Now he's got the 2-goal lead. Red tries a long shot off the wall, doesn't work. He was in a bit more of a desperate situation though, so we can understand going for that. He's maybe going to get one more chance potentially if he doesn't take a shot on that one.
In the human reproductive process, two kinds of sex cells, or gametes, are involved. The male gamete or sperm and the female gamete only meet in the female's reproductive system when the sperm fertilizes or meets egg fertilized.
You're disappointed that it's orange versus blue? Red gives himself a chance at the end of the game. It does make me very happy that Red's car is red. I don't know why, but it makes me very happy that his car matches his name color. I like little things like that. If my name was Red, I would definitely have a red car. Let me just change the score. Bluey brings it back to 1-2 in the best of 5. 1-2 in the best of 5. Bluey, he's even got a profile picture that is a selfie, and it's even got a blue aura to it. It does. It's got a blue aura to it. The Pokemon battle, Red versus Blue. Oh, Red has stolen the blue team. Bluey says no in the chat. He's despairing that Red has stolen his color. Dominance coming out from the American. I don't know what state Red is from, but he's from the East Coast at least. He's from the East Coast. Will Bluey be able to settle himself after that theft coming out from Red? He's on the run. Avoids the demo. Red avoids the boost and he's missed it. Bluey again misses on the flick, but Red is all over the place. Bluey off and on, doesn't get it in. Tries to put it on the target. No luck this time, but he still has a boost advantage and it's going to prove to be too much. Horrendous defending by Red, it has to be said. This entire passage of play, he couldn't get anywhere near the ball. He's going to try to calm himself down. I think he's probably just giggling away to himself that he's stolen Bluey's color. He stole Bluey's car. 2 million, my goodness. Is it even possible to donate 2 million? What's the biggest donation ever on Twitch? I know that somebody definitely got like 20 grand donated to them once. I saw that. I used to play World of Warcraft and I watched World of Warcraft streamers. And I did see a 20 grand donation once. As Red ties up the game. Bluey very consistently from this position going for the one-touch ground shot approach. It's something which is consistent all the way up to the highest level of play. Scrubkiller does like to do that himself. And so does Cuxer. The only player at the highest level who doesn't do that is Devo. Devo tends to just ping the ball at the backboard from that position because he just likes to play fast. Likes to zoom around the field, keep the ball moving. Knees weak, Johnny Spaghetti. Tell me about it. First successful air dribble by Bluey. It's been a long time coming. But you have to look out for this guy's air dribbles. Getting himself on the right side of the ball so quickly. Lifting it over the defender. Bluey's air dribbles and also his air dribble defense. Up there with the best in the world. Of course, they do go hand in hand because as you get better at air dribbles, you also understand how to defend them. What a shot. Bluey rips the top corner.
I wanted to say the following. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Good play again by Bluey.
Keep up the good work. K, thanks.
What a shot. Another soft touch to set up the shot. This time he doesn't wait for the bounce. He saw red moving in, catches it on the full volley and launches it into the net. Really good adaptation by Bluey. Really, really smart play. It is not easy to do that, coming down off the wall, correcting your direction, and then still making a play on the ball. But Bluey does give red space. This could be a misplay. Backflip challenge is successful for one of the first times this series, and the open net shot also successful. Bluey looking much, much better now in the series. Can you ask me something? You just did. You just did Sanctor saying, can I ask you something? The Stanley Parable is an amazing game. I didn't recognize that reference, but it sounded pretty funny. I was just listening out to hear what the donation message was going to say. I was like, what is this? Bluey up by 4. Completely new player, even though red stole his car. He's just adapted to the yellow car perfectly. I really have to credit that volley coming down off the wall once again. Great shot. Really good strike to beat red to the ball and also get the shot on target with pace. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. It was my birthday a while ago. This time, floor pinch by Bluey at the back of the air dribble. Half flipping to keep the ball moving. Oh, red could have launched a shot from that position. Did not go for that play though. Looked like a bit hesitant. And Bluey is very confident right now. You know he's a confident player when he's going for the air dribbles. That is Bluey in his natural habitat. And the rebound set up by Brazil, 6-1. Red, although he does have a lot of time left on the clock, is way out of the game here. You're a grand champ, and you need to become known. Could I give you a chance in a show match? Nah, I can't. I can't do that because there's like I don't know how many grand champs, thousands of grand champs.
I forgot to cancel this. Looks like I'm stuck here again. Just kidding. Johnny is my papa.
It's another good save by Bluey. Doesn't want to take away the opportunity for himself to get a Brazil. That could have been it if he got a heavier touch there, but red's missed it. This should be the long shot for the Brazil. Bluey drains it, bottom left, and it's going to be too fast for red. 7-1. One-sided stuff here in game 4. Can I answer your questionnaires? No. Let him be known. Nah, I don't. I get way too many requests. I'm not gonna just host random Grand Champ players. He's not done yet. Ruins the Brazil right after he gets it. 8-1. What a dominating game 4 coming out of Bluey.
Still work? If I can't swear, at least I can hiss. 8 months and I still don't know how to cancel it, which some feels bad, man.
Brazil ruined. I know. Tell me about it. Absolutely ruins the Brazil. Red could still get the other meme score, the I would hate to be you. But these guys, I wish I could see them on a tied on an equal ping situation, because everybody's just gonna say that Bluey won on Europe servers because of ping, red won on NA servers because of ping, and although there's a tiny bit of a difference due to ping, we can't discredit Bluey's comeback here. Looking a lot more confident, looking a lot more comfortable, a lot more quick around the pitch, and he is one of the fastest players in 3v3, especially in the air. Exceptional aerial player. For those of you who didn't catch Bluey's cameo performance, what on earth am I saying? That isn't even a word. It's not even close to a word. What a catch by Red. He just makes it look like he's beamed it, but it's all part of the plan. That is a great play. Bluey's not going to get foiled by the counter-attack, however. I was going to say Bluey's cameo appearance in Doomsy's RLCS Week 1 montage. Definitely check it out. Bluey just scored in so many goals. So many double touches and aerial goals. But you can also check that out on Bluey's YouTube channel. Both these guys do make YouTube videos, and I'll be sure to link those below, as I have been trying to do with all of my show matches recently. Try to give a shout out to all the players who take part. But in the battle of the colors, in the battle of the rainbow, the battle of the primaries, Bluey is on a tear. You and Enem? What does that mean? Who else is going on after this match? After this match, we've got a great match coming up. I won't spoil it. But somebody else will, I'm sure. I'm sure somebody else in the chat will spoil it. because I tweeted out who it's going to be, so
Hey,
somebody's
Johnny,
going to write it in the chat
I
right now.
missed your birthday with the resub, so happy belated birthday. Go Red.
Oh, yo, look at the floor pinch from Bluey. He goes past the ball here, pinches it backwards. We'll actually get a better view from Red's POV.
I love your stream and always
What?
learn from your flowers.
Always learn from the flowers. That's what I like to hear, dude. Yeah, we will see another show match after this one. I do have something lined up. I'll have to check that they're ready to go in about 10 minutes, as this one's looking like it's going to go all the way. And it will. Holy cow, there's a lot of you guys tuning in today. Welcome to the stream, 1,700 viewers. Wow. Did I miss a big host, or is that just some organic growth? Because that's a lot of you. This early in the night. But GG's to both of these guys. Whoever takes this is fully deserving of the victory. Red looked like the more solid player at the start of the series, but Bluey has just gotten into the zone, it seems. 1,700 people accidentally opened the stream. Didn't Mason host me? Well, okay, I got 250 viewers from Mason, but that's like 90% organic, you know? It's a lot of people, and I appreciate that. Red flicks to the top corner, one of the better flicks that we've seen from him. But Bluey had a good read on it, knew it wasn't going in. And Bluey's got vision of Red in the near post position here. Something that you always want to do when you're carrying the ball is try to keep the other player, keep the defender in view, just so that you can time your flick better. This time Red is just going to shoot the ball high, try to get Bluey out of position, but Bluey flies down on top of it. Great 50-50 by the Englishman. He managed to set this up with his initial touch. And 420 from Bluey, blazing into the lead. Great 50-50, flying down on top of the ball just to prevent Red from getting counter-attack, or not a counter, getting a rebound, I should say. Just recycling the play. Red might have to think twice before popping the ball in front of Bluey's net again. And Bluey, too quick again at the near post. Takes it over Red comfortably. Red is just a little bit too slow to the ball, and quite a lot of these goals for Bluey.
You're my favorite Minecraft YouTuber, John. Amoy, why do pedophiles lose races? They always come in a little behind.
It is sick. That is bad. Yeah, I'm glad that you like my Minecraft YouTube channel. Look at Bluey's been absolutely beamed. Gets sent to another continent right here. Red getting the wall bump. I've talked about this before. Look how effective it is to knock someone off a wall. Bluey goes flying. Red completely sending him into the air. But Bluey's back from his journey. He's on the ground again. Still up by 1 is Bluey. The cool color. Will he have the composure to close out the game? And indeed the series. This is the ace match. He's staying composed on the wall. Would have been dangerous for Red to move in that position. Was very close to Bluey's corner. The angle for his shot was quite difficult. And Bluey being quite close to the ball carrier. Dangerous for Bluey to move in that close, and he doesn't have vision on Red in this entire play. Red did go up though, and gets a bump on Bluey. Again, Red showing his dominance in the physical game. He has been muscling Bluey off the ball in a lot of these games. Again, Bluey's so close. This time he will try to half flip through the challenge. He has the boost advantage, and he's picked it up again in this corner of Red, and manages to immediately center the ball to himself. Good challenge in the midfield by Bluey. Nabs the boost. It's the second time he got that exact boost pad. Red did a good line to pick up small boost himself. He kind of did the circuit in the middle of the field. Maybe had about 50. We'll know next week when that patch is added. We'll be able to see how much boost. The players on the ball actually have. I think the Psionics have just kind of added it in that when you're in spectator view, when you're in first person view, you can see the boost in the corner. And I've got my UI a little bit smaller than most tournaments use full size UI. I make it a little bit smaller just because you don't really need to see the scoreboard and that little box of information in the, well, it's over there actually in the bottom right hand corner. bottom left-hand corner of the screen, I should say. You don't really need to see that. I don't think anybody's ever looked at that information, actually. I wish you could turn it off in spectator mode. You can if you press H twice, but then you can't see the score as well. So I just leave it like this. This is another thing that RLCS could maybe do, is just make their UI a little bit smaller. And then, like, if you look at this, okay? I know that RLCS are probably worried about showing this, like, you see this little box at the bottom that's got information on it. Why don't they just get an RLCS logo and then cover it up? So, for example, bam, this is an RLCS logo, covered. Nobody has to see that, right? Easy solution. That's just solution number 1 to their camera problems that they've got over there. I guess solution number 2. Just take a screenshot of the bottom of the screen so I can see, okay, Bluey's number 1, Red's number 5, bam, we hide that, now nobody can see it. Easy. Like, now I'll just like do the camera work for it without even knowing what player I'm doing it on. You can do that in 3v3, I've done it before. It's a bit harder, you gotta concentrate, but if you added a dedicated spectator, it would be a piece of cake. Anyone could do that in their sleep. Close game 5, which is good because I absolutely didn't want to see a washout in the ace match. Nice to see Brazil now and then, but you don't want to see it in the ace match. You never do. Oh, the rush from Red, unsuccessful. Bluey immediately counterattacking here. Red on the charge, did get sniffed out by Bluey. Spotted that one a mile away. Again, I will do shoutouts after the game. There was just far too many. I was not able to keep up, so I'll do them after the game, if you guys don't mind. Bluey looking for a hook shot here. Actually dodges into the ball. That's going to give Red a chance on the counter attack, and that is going to be a little bit threatening. Will Red go for the rebound? Trusts Bluey to have it under control, which he did. I would have loved to see Red try to get a little bit more underneath the ball on that wall. Shit. He could have sent the ball a little bit higher towards Bluey's net, maybe get Bluey to waist boost or have a more difficult clear. But what is Red's strategy of choice to finish the game going to be? Bluey missed on the ball actually right there. Looking a little bit nervous, but with 14 seconds left, Red needs to score on this attack and another one after. He's going to carry the ball. This is looking extremely slow though. Needs to up the pace. Side flip is successful. Good throw by Red. Makes it a little bit tight towards the end of the game. Bluey, all he had to do here was get the ball anywhere but in his net. But the fake challenge did not work. Red had already closed the distance. 4 seconds. 1 goal required. Will Red try a slow face-off? He's just going to go for the standard approach. He's got a chance. Picks up the boost. The ball's going to hit the ground, though the first touch wasn't good enough to keep it in the air. GG's. Bluey takes it. Very close series in the end. But Bluey does complete the reverse sweep. Really well played. And definitely, if you want to see more of these guys, they are... well, Bluey is indeed not a 1v1 main. So if you want to see some aerial play, rebound play, redirect play, air dribbles, check out his YouTube channel. I don't know if Red is a 1v1 main or if he is a team game main. I think he might be a 1v1 main. But Bluey's saying NA forehead in chat. So you might want to drop that one in to give Bluey what he wants. But Red, he did well. And, you know, props to him for agreeing to play the last 3 games in Europe here. Twitter.com/BlueyRL as well. Bluey farming the followers, building the brand.
For the content, Johnny. Try actually hitting the ball. Yeah, this sounds exactly like the League of Rocket Sky.
It does sound like League of Rocket Sky, that's why I use him. But yeah, anyway. Bluey's building his brand. He's linked his YouTube, his Twitch, his Twitter. I will link the YouTube channel of both these guys underneath in the description, so check that out, as I always do. But big thanks to those guys for playing. The Battle of the Colors does get won by Bluey. I'm glad that it was a close series. Glad that it was a close series. They are pretty close in the rankings, I believe. There's Bluey at 54th, but I mean the mid of the table is so stacked. Like you go from Marky at 1502, Maestro at 1502, 15 points below that is Bluey. That's at 1487, and I think Red's fallen back a little bit to 70th. He was 60 something yesterday, but pretty close. And I mean it showed. Bluey slight favorite in terms of the rankings of the 2 players, and he does manage to take the W. So congratulations to him. Now, let me get started on these sellouts real quick. You guys have been supporting in your masses today. Vike Terp, 5 months, primarily YouTube watcher, but tune into the stream if you're still here. I appreciate the 5 months, dude. And I really appreciate people who swing by just to drop that Prime sub, even though they're not users of Twitch, because it's absolutely free and it does directly support me and Twitch. So thank you very much.
GG's. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I don't know who that was yet. Oh, it was Red. Sorry, I looked to the. I've got my Twitch alerts are over here, but my OBS is over here. So I caught that one in the OBS. Red, thank you for playing and thank you for being a good sport on the European servers, because we could. There's never going to be a fair way to make it, and the reason I suggested 2 games on NA and 3 on EU is actually just going by my North America versus Europe matches in the past. Usually the 2-0 lead, which is expected for the player who's playing on their own server, is worth more than the extra game on the other server, if that makes sense. In the past, at least, it has been. It varies from series to series. It varies, but usually going into the games on the opposition player's server with the 2-game advantage or the 3-game advantage, if you're in a best of 7. It has proven to be a bigger advantage than having that 1 extra game on your home server. So I think that's a semi-fair way of doing it. It's a semi-fair way of doing it. Just starting on one server, doing 1 less than half the games, and then going to the other server and doing the other games. I think it's fun. But yeah, Bluey got the reverse sweep. He looked like he got into this zone towards the end of the game. 3, and then stomped game 4, and then it was obviously his advantage because he had the momentum, he had the home server for the last game, and he kept it going. Close game though. Red brought it back within 1, and he did win the kickoff. If there was a couple more seconds, maybe 1 or 2 more seconds, he could have tied that up.
I'm going to step up to the plate and make this massive donation to start a prize pot for the next series. By the way, everyone is talking about your big nose. I just want to know how big your wiener is. W.
I'll probably keep that information under wraps. But yeah, we will probably. There's a good chance that we'll start a prize pool for the next one. I know that it's a very, very anticipated matchup.